Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from October 11th through the 13th, 2024. This is for Taurus. I've been accidentally saying, last shuffle for Taurus, by the way, I've been accidentally saying 2023, and I'm like, man, that's because this year went by like that. You know what I mean? It went January, February, March, April, May, June, July, like quick as crap, you know? Victim mentality and Angels of the Four Directions, interesting combination. So there's something here that's happening to you. It's a miracle, and you may feel like why me, a why me energy, and mostly it's because you're a very deep thinker. If something fell, where did you go? You're a very deep thinker, okay, and any answers that you're looking for or seeking, you will get. And then you'll go, why? This is like King Solomon energy. Some of you may feel like you're being sacrificed, um, like you're being nailed to the cross in a sense, and it's mostly because you are. Um, I don't know how to say this. You're not the leader of anything, or not per se, but it's mostly you may be okay. Let me just throw this out here. It may be because of your past. You may feel like you are being judged for your past or crucified because of your past. Like, you know, and it's like you have to accept that certain things happened to you as well. That's some energy there. They're like, you need to accept that because of the things that happened to you in your past, you do have to turn over a new leaf. That may be like the troubling part, is that why do I have to do that? Everyone at my age, or everyone in my level, or in my position, is in a certain place, and no, I have to be the one to turn over a new leaf. I have to be the one to understand things on a different level. A lot of times when we go through trauma, especially because if you're being crucified for your past, you may have made decisions as a child or as a youth that it's like now they're like, stand on that then, since you decided you wanted to be a da 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 da, whatever it is. I mean, it could be anything, and it kills me that people don't understand that you can change. It's like those little things, right? Oh, once a cheater, always a cheater, or once a thief, always a thief, once a liar. And you're like, people change and grow, just like time passes, time changes every second. We're missing moments, so obviously we change, right? We can all be redeemed. Every single person is capable of it. Even a narcissist, even though they're narcissistic, the brain, certain aspects of their brain do not develop or stop developing, and that's it, right? Once it doesn't develop, that's that. Or a sociopath or a psychopath or such, right? Anytime, but still they can learn skills to improve. So like things can improve, right? There's a lot of sociopaths and psychopaths that walk around every day. You just don't know it. They're in politics, especially. They're surgeons, right? Because they could turn off their emotions and just do the surgery, versus somebody else is like, oh my gosh, look at their heart, and they're just like, yep. So anyway, there's the ventricle, clamp that, and so it's useful. Everything's useful. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm going to leave that alone. But we all have gifts. We all have gifts, and if we were able to understand that on a fundamental level, we would not demonize anything or anyone, unless you're, you know what I mean. There's something about demonizing people that allows them to be possessed. I can't understand, but I digress as usual. However, Empress and Nine of Cups tells me that you get exactly what you want, and for the victim mentality to be here, you may feel like, be careful what you wish for. You may be like, that's what I wanted back then, and now it's coming. Sometimes your wishes and manifestations take a while to reach you, and so whatever it was that you had asked for before, now you're getting it. Some of you, I mean, it could be anything, right? I know there are people that are like, like as a child, you're not to say that people are wishing something and then they're like, it happened because of me. But it's like, be careful what you wish for inside of your heart, because these things could actually already be naturally occurring, but then you will be blaming yourself, victimizing yourself in a sense. So either way, King of Swords, Hermit, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, right? With victim mentality. It's a thought process here. How come I know so much? You may um, feel like the knowledge that you have, you're like, why am I the only one? Some of you may feel singled out too, right? Like You understand something that other people do not understand on a deep level, and it's caused you to jump into a different bracket, and like up a level, and kind of akin to like an ascendant master, where they're human, they have a human experience, they are a higher being, and they understand they're a higher being, and they know that their purpose, they remember their purpose from before they pass through the veil, you know. And so you've got that energy going on with you. You remember, you may remember your purpose, you may understand something else that other people do not, and it, you may find yourself like, and I kid you not, I know many people are not so religious, right? But I don't know if anybody ever really read the New Testament. It was so funny. Jesus was so annoyed with people most of the time, and no one really caught it. Everyone's just like, "Oh," and then he sighed a great sigh. But if you really read it, he slapped his forehead a few times, looked up at the sky like, "Why did you send me to these people? They don't understand anything." And sometimes I used to be busting out laughing like, dude, he is trying to tell you that he's annoyed with our stupidity. Like, he's telling us plain, and we're not getting it. But I feel like you may be in that space where you're just like slapping your forehead, staring up at the sky, like, and not to say that there's something in the sky all the time. Sometimes you just have to look away from the vantage point. You can't even look at them. You're looking up like, oh my gosh, I can't even look you in the eye right now. I'm squinting because the stupidity is so bright, or the ignorance is so bright. And I say stupidity very affectionately, because I say that willful ignorance is that, right? When it's like the answers are in your face, but you still choose to be like, nah. I mean, I know that what I'm doing could hurt somebody, but I'm still going to do it because it feels good to me. That kind of vibe. Well, I'm angry, so I'm going to strike this person. You know, but I'm angry. I know it's going to affect them spiritually, but I'm still mad though. So I'm going to say this mean thing. That's willful ignorance is stupidity, you know, to me. That's where I'm coming from with that. But however, this is saying that you understand something differently, and you also understand that you must forgive the past. And you may feel like, why do I have to forgive the past? Why do I have to accept that this is the way something is? If they would just dig deep and do the soul searching I had to do, they would understand what they're doing, or who they are, or where they need to be. You know, that kind of energy here is what I'm seeing. Angels of the Four Directions, Page of Cups, and Strength is telling me that you're getting messages from the divine. um, it's telling me too that you're giving out, you may be only telling people, scratching the surface of the iceberg, like you're only giving them the tip. There's such a huge iceberg underneath the surface. And I see that the angels are even, maybe even prompting you to just tell them some of it, some that you may be embarking on something, going somewhere, doing something. I'm not really seeing that you're going somewhere necessarily, but I'm seeing that within your community, or the community of which, like, whatever it is that you're into, that particular community, it's like it's important that you breadcrumb the crap out of them. Just give them this. Here you go. I got a deck, but I'll just give you this card. You know what I mean? Here, you can have this card, but I have the rest. You know, your higher self, Knight of Pentacles and Seven of Wands, like, impart some of your wisdom. You may have found that in your past that you said a lot more and you got taken advantage of. So spirit's like, give them less. Higher self is Knight of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. Protect your energy. Your higher self may be telling you to take the long route to the short answer, on purpose, because they're not going to get it. And I'm hearing that song that you just don't get it. Keep it copacetic or something like that. Oh my gosh, who made that song? I'm hearing that in my head. They just don't get it. Oh gosh, that was from like the 90s, I think, or yeah, the 90s. It was best time of alternative music, in my opinion. But the Sacred Temple, Knight of Cups, the Moon. Um, the Sacred Temple would tell me that you are meant to be mysterious. For those who can hear it, they can hear. Hmm. I remember this name of the song, "Bound for the Floor" by Local H. I remember that. I think that's the one. That's the song. The lyrics are crazy on that song, but it feels like you're meant to. Mm, In order to get what you want, you have to keep it mysterious. You can't let anyone know what your motives are. You can't let anyone know what you really want out of the situation. Your spirit may be telling you that as well. Keep everything kind of mysterious. They, did you eat? Yep. Did you good? Yeah. And keep it short. Do you know anything about this? A little, just a little. And let others tell you what's going on. And I almost feel like you're going to be like, why? Because you know more than whoever is around you. Um, you might find people trying to postulate, like tell you things and stand. And, I'm standing here with my chest out and I'm beating my chest and I know what I'm talking about. And then you listen to them and you act like you don't know what they're, I don't, what, yeah, I mean, shoot, tell me, I don't know. Meanwhile, the whole thing. You may find that you know more than them. It's important not to be the one standing up front talking about what you're talking about. Let others tell you what they know, and you may find that you know more than you think you know. That may be something that you feel victimized by because you may feel alone, lonely. I don't know how I'm ever going to be around other people that can pull me up the rungs of the ladder. I'm finding myself, even though I feel like someone is up there, they're not even sturdy at where they're at. They're falling, and then they've got my hand, and now they're pulling me down a little bit too. So spirit's like, do not share so much. Focus on the goal, the end game, and what you want first. It's highly important because they're showing that you're going to get what you want. It's not going to come the way you want it. You might be disappointed because you're going to find that the people that say they're masters, you're the master actually. But you just don't have the paper. It's like somebody who didn't graduate college, but you're talking to someone with a PhD, and they don't know what the heck they're talking about. You know how many times I've met people like that? I used to be so disappointed. Like, you wrote a dissertation, you did all this stuff, you paid all this money, and I know more than you. And it's sad because I was hoping you could teach me something. Dang it. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, a Leo, a Cancer, main signs another Taurus. That's shocking. Tauruses have such high IQs. It's or maybe you're gonna find other Tauruses that's like rubbing shoulders with you, like, yeah, maybe you'll find that person. Um, Otherwise, all the other signs are here. So, well, actually, the signs I don't see are Aries and Sagittarius. So you could primarily be dealing with those two signs. Otherwise, you could be a Taurus Gemini dealing with a Gemini Cancer, or a Cancer Leo. We have Leo Virgo, Virgo Libra, Libra Scorpio, Capricorn Aquarius, or an Aquarius Pisces. And if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.